EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 230. Mike's 47. Here we go, here we go. Watch twist.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Rabbit. Ready, set.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense, and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First down, here's White. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Check, 47.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Big Ben going to take it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed him back and set up third down.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Check 50. Freestone travel. World. Neckers. Hey. High 7.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, wahoo! 55, Mike, 55.
From the 44, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready, yellow lady. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Twenty-one. Go.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go. Ready. Yellow lady.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? People say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
53.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And this one complete to Smith. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw again on second down. Breeze. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
36. Mike, 55. Check.
Now Breeze on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
55, Mike, 55.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. You. Good night.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check that.
Hey, easy.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
28.
On first down, Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Get ready, get ready.
You're good, you're good. I'm full, ready.
Breeze now. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Watch the slant.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
I got you, boy.
Hey, kill. Hey, seam 6.
Breeze now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Hey, Orbit.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Easy, opposite.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
To throw, it's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
Ready, 5-9.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Throwing now is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 38, Breeze throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Breeze to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the pass.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.